guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I will show you how to properly apply a tip on a nail. But if you watch some of my videos or you're just about to get to know me, I prefer sculpting, meaning I prefer to use nail forms, and all the videos from here now on will be with the nail forms. It's just the way I like to work and I like to teach, but as a nail tech we need to know both of techniques. So in today's video I will show you all the jazz when it comes to properly applying plastic tip on a natural nail. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's jump into it. I will start with pushing back the cuticles, and when you watch my preparation video you will see I cut cuticles after I'm finishing with filing. Okay, so next step now is going to be mattify the natural nail. We can do this with the machine or with hand filing. In today's video I will do it with the hand file. Make sure that you use soft hand file, so I'm gonna be using 180 grit file. Okay. Make sure we dust everything off. So our nail has to be matte, don't overfile, and I will just apply some spray prep, nail prep, also known as the hydrator. And if there is some spot I missed, I will just go back. Okay, when it comes to tip application, first we just have to push back the cuticles, clean around the skin, and mattify the natural nail. Everything else goes after. So now it's time to actually apply our tip. So first you need to see what size tip you need. I found a size here and I'm gonna be using size 6 for this nail, and this is how my tip looks like. This is natural plastic tip. It's not too curved, but it does have a curve when you look at it from the side view, and it also has a bigger, I call this a pocket, but it's also called a well. It's a little bit bigger well. So there is a rule that the tip should not be covering half of the natural nail, so this would be wrong. Okay, so the tip should cover as little as possible, because less contact with the tip and natural nail, less chance that you will have an air bubble. If you have an air bubble when you apply the tip, you need to remove that tip straight away. You cannot leave that tip and apply product, because air bubble between the tip can cause the tip to lift, can cause water to get between the layers, and of course that can cause fungal infections, bacteria, and so on. So we definitely do not want that. So that's why we have to make sure that this is not going to be covering more than half of the nail. As we see now, it's covering more than half of the nail, but I'll come to that later. First I will check if it fits from side to side. And this one fits perfectly from one side to another. If you are ever in doubt when it comes to the size of the tip, you cannot find the right one, go for the bigger one, because the bigger one you can always file a little bit to make it smaller. But if you take a tip that's too small, too tight for the nail, you will never have correct balance, and that tip will not be long lasting. So if you're in doubt, always go for a bigger one, and then later you can just file it to make a customized fit. Now what I need to do, because now we see that this tip covers more than half of the nail, I will have to make this well a little bit shorter. We can do that by filing. Okay, so I will take my file and I will hold my tip this way and I will start to file. Make sure that the sides are on the same level. And be gentle not to break the tip. Okay, now the excess here that I have, I will just take my buffer and I will lightly start to buff that off. Just to clean the dust. Okay, now we can see the tip is the well is much smaller and it's on the same level. Okay, still I'll go a little bit here with the buffer. Okay, now it's gonna be time to check how this will fit on a nail. As we can see, I think it's gonna be just perfect size from another side to another. Yeah. Okay, so now we have to apply the glue. There is few ways you can do it. I prefer to apply the glue actually on the well here. Okay, make sure you have enough glue on the corners. And please use a nail glue. Okay, dabbing the glue. Make sure you have enough on the corners. Okay, and now you want to go from the lower part here and then pressing upwards, okay? And make sure that the tip is straight with the nail so you don't apply it crooked. And press and hold. Now you have to hold for a few seconds. Don't move the tip, because when you start to move it, you will get an air bubble. Don't worry if you have excess glue here, because we will remove that part. Okay, and we have to leave this until this air dries. Okay guys, you can see now the glue is completely dry. There is no bubble here, but we can see a step between the tip and the natural nail, and this is so we cannot leave this step. We have to blend this step with the tip, but first we have to cut the tip according to the size that your client wants. So when we do that, we use a tool. You can use normal scissors if you don't have this tool, or you can use tip cutter. So make sure that the sharper side is facing you, okay? I will hold my thumb in the middle here and I will make it short. So as I cut, okay, and later I always leave a little bit longer than what my client previously told me, because we are still gonna be filing, so always leave yourself a little bit space for making it shorter. Okay, now let's start to blend that tip with the nail. First I'll just remove from underneath here. Okay, so now we have to blend that step with the nail, so make sure you only file that step, you don't go on the natural nail. Always remove the dust so you can see. Okay, you can leave it at this stage, or you can file a little bit more, because we can still see a little bit the line, but it's not that big. And this part here that is a little bit darker, this is not over filed, this is just that glue that went a little bit on the nail, so you can go on top of that. Okay, and don't forget to buff the tip as well, because our product will stick better when the tip is buffed, but only buff the tip. Okay, and now you're ready to apply your next product, which is gonna be your primers and everything that goes after. I have a video about that already uploaded, but make sure if you're using acid primer that you don't apply it on the tip, as it contains acid and it can make your tip a little bit weaker. So only on the natural nail. So you can apply acid-free primer on the natural nail and the tip, it doesn't matter. Base gel goes on the whole surface, okay? And then you pop it in a lamp. Okay guys, I hope this will help you how to apply the tip properly without any air bubbles, and how to blend it with the nail before we start to work. Okay guys, I hope this video is gonna be helpful. If you are just at the beginning of your career, you want to learn how to apply the tips, here was the video just explaining all of that. Please don't give up on the nail forms as well. If you don't know what they are, I have a video on that as well. And to make my day better, please do subscribe and leave it a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.